don't know what to do, I need directions.
Okay.
It
smells good.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Okay, so
That's what I get a little more nervous.
it's gonna be a video.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So today we have the Ball is Life hydration sports drink, and they're both gonna try it for the first time and let me know what they think. So go ahead and cheers it up.
Cheers.
Hey, Rych Babes, it's Robyn Milan, and welcome back to the channel where we do it the Rych Way, girl. We think rich, we get rich, and we stay rich. Now, today, we are talking about the viral clip from Cameron What It Is podcast. You know, the one where Cameron kicked Adrian out after he kept flirting with Stat Baby, even after being told multiple times to stop. And here's the thing. Women know this moment all too well. We all been there, uncomfortable but still laughing or keeping the mood light just to avoid any confrontation. So I pulled together a few TikToks so you can hear what other people are saying about it. And I want you to comment down below how you feel about the entire situation. Was Cameron wrong? Was he right? Or do you see anything different to discuss? So let's get right into this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back shortly.
Because we said Mama Cincinnati Bengal fan too, so you got it first.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know when my brother
shit, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Nah, well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not going to sit in and not value your time neither.
That's why I love you, Cam. You a good nigga, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You want to wait for me, you could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta step out. That's it, man. Well,
Gotta wait.
yeah, no problem.
Hey, Stat, could you stop
Yes.
Can you stop smiling? You
Arabia is
Nah, yo, bro, or some G, yo, bro, or some G shit. We gotta. Have boyfriend here, yo.
Right. Oh, shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Pause the show for a minute. Like I love your energy and the shit.
My bad.
Your energy good,
My
but it gotta be a limit with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you know what I mean? All right. And trust me, I love you. You know you my brother. I'm just saying it was cool, but her boyfriend here.
Cam just checked me.
Nah, you my brother. I'm just saying, like, yo, what type of brother? What type of brother I'm gonna be if her boyfriend here and you, like it's of course you know Stat look good, but it gotta be a limit, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta stop that shit.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Sorry about that, Nick.
I'm all right. Then.
All right. Sorry about that. And I ain't trying to come at you, but that's my sister too. So,
Yeah.
all right, yo.
I'm sorry.
okay. I'll bring Arabia back in.
Yet another sad example of what women of all ages have to deal with in the workplace. This is Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby. She is co-host of the It Is What It Is podcast alongside Cameron and Mace. She's 24 years old. On their show was boxer Adrian Bronner, who is allegedly 36 years old. Throughout the segment, he continued to make quite uncomfortable passes at Stat. You can see her awkwardly laugh, as many women have had to deal with. Looks disoriented, sweaty, honestly quite terrifying. Again, 36, allegedly, and 24. Cameron did step in. He warned him once, told him to stop. He kind of, in a friendly way, you know how guys talk. But he made note that it's because her boyfriend is in the back. Did not stop Adrian, who kept making very creepy comments towards her. In the middle of a conversation that had nothing to do with her. They were talking about sports. Cameron finally had enough. He said, I warned you once, I warned you twice. Her man is back there. Love you, and I'm gonna pay you for your time. It's literally what he did. He took out his bag and gave him a stack of cash. It has people wondering, did Cameron do that out of respect for Stat Baby, his co-host, or out of respect for her boyfriend who was in the back? Would he have done this if she didn't have a boyfriend, if he wasn't there? People are wondering in the comments, but y'all share too.
Me and like Cameron are why I still have faith in black men, especially because there are a lot of black men who do hold their friends accountable that same way. It's just not caught in 4K how it is. But I love how Cameron didn't care about who AB really was and what he's won and what he's accomplished. He still was able to hold that man accountable because he was being weird and being disrespectful. So I love the fact that it was caught in 4K. We need to see more of that accountability being held amongst the men so we can know that it's out there.
If I wasn't a fan of Cameron before, I am definitely a fan of Cameron now. Let me tell you why. So to give y'all a little backstory, Cameron has a podcast with a female host, and Mace is the other male host that is on that show, if I'm not mistaken. He had the boxer Adrian Bronner on that show, and I had to kick him off because he was being a little too fresh.
Good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey,
What you wasted that?
yo, bro. Some G shit we got it.
Oh,
My boyfriend here, yo.
right. Oh,
Bro.
you amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to actually go, my nigga. We have to actually go. I'm gonna pay you for your time.
So I think what's bothering me about those clips is just the blatant disregard that Adrian had for this girl's uncomfort. To commending Cameron on the fact that he saw her uncomfort and immediately rectified the situation. And he did it with grace and humility because, baby, I'd have been on that show cursing that man out, giving him the business, okay? And just Cameron doing that small act goes to show that it's really not that hard to protect black women. It's really not.
Let me get this straight. Cameron kicked out Adrian Bronner, whatever his name is, out of his show because he's making this woman uncomfortable. And he's getting backlash for that? The man doesn't... Adrian is the type of dude that does not care how uncomfortable he makes a woman. He's going to keep doing it. And Cam stepped in and said, yo, I'm going to pay you, but you need to leave. You're making her uncomfortable. You're making the whole fucking thing weird, bro. You need to leave. And y'all giving him backlash for that, for protecting his employee. Y'all need to get... The people giving him a hard time for stepping in and doing the right thing, y'all need to be looked at, like evaluated, because damn if a man does, damn if a man doesn't. He protected this woman, and he clearly said, yo, her boyfriend right here, and that nigga kept going. At this point, bro, just take the money and leave. You're weird, because that's weirdo activity. That's it. Leave.
Go watch that video with Cameron on his podcast and see how he protected that girl when Bronner kept coming at her. And like, I respect that so much because she was put in a very uncomfortable situation because not only is it live being recorded and all of that, but her boyfriend's right here. She's surrounded by other dudes. This guy keeps being disrespectful and she should not have to say, stop, leave me alone. Like, she's very uncomfortable. You can see the nervous giggles that she's giving, like, bruh, stop, chill. And Cameron politely said, the first time gave him a warning. The second time, hey, me and you, we still cool, but you gotta go. I respect you and your time, but you gotta go. I will pay you for your time. He pulled out his purse. He got that money out of his purse and said, here you go. But you can meet us outside if need be. We can meet you outside after this is over if need be. But we shouldn't have to do that. You should just leave. And old boy got up and left. And most of the time, I think my issue is guys they take up for their boys more than they take up for girls. And I saw in the comments where they were like, oh no, she was laughing, she was entertaining it. No, she wasn't. Do you know how many girls have been knocked off on site for disrespecting a guy by saying that, I don't like you and I'm not interested? So no, shout out to Cameron for stepping in, doing what he had to do, and making sure the girl was protected. You're the best. And other guys, like, take note. Just take note. It's that simple.
I'm just going to jump right into it. I saw the clip of Cameron and Adrian Bronner, whatever his name is, and how he had to kick him off because he kept disrespecting Stat, right? And I've heard so many people say, oh, well, how come Stat didn't speak up She was just smiling and giggling. Do you know how many women get put in positions where they speak up and men get aggressive? And who's protecting them? They speak up and then they lose their lives. They speak up and then. It's never, oh, it stops. It's always an and then. And then if the and then goes too far and she lost her life, then what? And somebody may say I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. So many women have lost their lives. So many women have been victims of assault because they speak up about discomfort or they're rejecting someone. And because of their ego, they can't handle it, especially if their homeboys are around. So I am happy that Cam actually spoke up on Stat's behalf, because sometimes we can't do anything but laugh. We try to laugh it off to de-escalate the situation. We try to laugh it off so we're not hurting their fragile ego. We try to laugh it off just so we could see another day. And so many times it could be a family member, a guy friend. If their homeboys are around, not a lot of the time they're protecting us. They laughing and keying too. Like, oh bro, you wildin'. But what are you doing about it? He's wildin', but what are you doing? He's bugging out, but what are you doing? So who's protecting us? And I'm not saying that Cam is a great person, because Cam is a misogynist. He has proved it multiple times. But what I am saying is I respect the fact that he spoke out about it and actually did something.
I swear men always find a way to make women feel uncomfortable. I was leaving an influencer event today, and I was leaving by myself, and I go to the elevator and there's a man standing there. And right as I pulled up, he just started staring at me, like would not take his eyes off of me. And I immediately got this feeling like I shouldn't get in the elevator with him, but there was really nowhere for me to go. And then I was like, you're being irrational, just get in the elevator. So we're both in the elevator. He has not broken his gaze with me, still staring at me. And I put my ring like this, like right in his face to, maybe he will respect me knowing that I'm the property of another man and not talk to me. But no, that wasn't enough. I have my phone open to my Uber. He's just staring at me still. And then he finally says something, which I knew he was gonna. And he was like, do you always get anxious making your Uber driver wait? In my head, I'm just like, no, I get anxious when strange men are staring at me. But I didn't say that because I was scared. My big mouth failed me. I couldn't get anything out. But I said, yeah, I get a bit anxious making my Uber driver wait. And I'm not making eye contact with him, but he has not stopped staring at me. And then this guy says, this is what he says to me. He was like, I don't get anxious when I make my Uber drivers wait, and you shouldn't either. In my head, I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Don't tell me what to do. That's what I wanted to say, but there's something about the energy that I was just like, you need to get out of this situation. So this is a PSA to men. When you see a woman alone, visibly uncomfortable, maybe don't stare them, size them up and down. Don't talk to them. Just leave them alone. Let them get in their Uber. Let them go home. And finally, don't tell us what to do, because we don't need your opinion, is what I wish I could have told him, but I didn't want to be murdered in that elevator. Comment below if you think men should leave women alone in 2023. I'm commenting.
Something I really be hating is like when I walk in a place, I know I look crazy, y'all, but I promise I'm gonna be a little bit better in a few days. One thing I really hate is when I walk into a place and it's a whole bunch of men there. Like, I literally just went to get a coffee and it's like it was a whole bunch of men standing there and they just looking at one dude talking about some. Like, why do men have to make you feel so uncomfortable? Like, why can't I just exist, go get my coffee, and then not bother me? Why does it gotta be a... And then I was like, I'm walking out, this one dude gonna run over there to come get the door. It is never that deep. I can get my own door. Not trying to be funny. Like, I appreciate the kind gestures, and I appreciate when men are just so nice. I really do. But men just be weird sometimes, and I don't know why.
Laughter is actually one of the most common responses that people tend to have in order to escape from uncomfortable emotional situations. It's something that we automatically use to ease tension, or when we aren't sure how to respond or what to do or how we can fix it. We introduce laughter because I think we think if someone is laughing, that means all of the problems are solved. But in reality, it really is kind of just an escape from what's going on and not actually solving it.
All right, Rych Babes. So after watching those clips and hearing what people had to say, let's be real. This wasn't about some harmless flirting. It was about boundaries. Like Stat Baby's smile wasn't consent. It was survival mode. And any woman watching knows exactly how that feels. So here's why this matters. Too often people dismisses women's discomfort by saying, well, she's laughing, so she must have liked it. But no, that laugh is a defense mechanism. It's us trying to keep the peace in an uncomfortable situation, especially when we don't want to escalate things. And honestly, it's so exhausting that women even have to do that. Now, I totally respect Cameron for how he handled it. He stepped up, he set the tone, and he protected the black woman, like sitting right next to him. That's what standing on principle looks like. And we need more of that, especially in our own community. Like more men willing to check their own boys, call out inappropriate behavior, and say, nah, like not here, not today. And what makes this situation stand out is that it sparked a conversation. It made people ask, was he right? Was she really uncomfortable? Or was she playing along? And that shows how far we still have to go when it comes to respecting women's space and energy. Just because she's smiling doesn't mean she's comfortable. That doesn't mean she like him. That doesn't mean she like what he's saying about her. Like, just because she did not clap back doesn't mean that she's okay with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, understanding this is still her job, like her reputation, her image is still on the line, so she still has to perform professional at all times, even if she is uncomfortable. Like, we've all been there. I know I have for sure. And at the end of the day, this clip isn't just about one podcast. It's about a bigger truth. Women deserve to be in spaces where they feel safe, respected, and heard. And if more men corrected their peers the way that Cameron did, maybe we wouldn't feel like we always have to laugh through the discomfort just to survive the moment. You understand? Like, it's just like when you go to the gas station and you pull up and it's a bunch of niggas at the gas station. It's a bunch of dudes there, and it's sitting up, and it's like, why are y'all standing there? But it's like, okay, Rob, even though you might not be feeling it, put on a smile. Put on a smile, because you know they're going to be asking, especially you pretty, you know, you looking good, they're going to try to talk to you. Okay, so the first thing you do, you're like, hey, y'all, you be like, hey, you know, whatever, and you just keep it moving. They might open the door for you, they might not, who knows? But then, of course, out of the bunch, is always going to be that one. Always going to be that one that's going to try to, you know, take his hand. Like, look, I'm going to try to get her number. You know, you got to be polite. You know, you got to have your manners, of course, too. You can politely decline. But sometimes, a lot of the times, these guys' egos are so fragile. You just never know. That's why we have to be nice so many times. Because how many times have women gone to the gas station and got beat up? How many times? How many times have you walked down the street and a man tried to talk to you and you decline giving him your number and he's calling you out your name? You know, it's like, come on. Like the girl, remember in New York, you know, her friends watched her get beat up from a guy because she refused to give him her number. Because these guys have fragile egos. And it's crazy. So yeah, we gotta laugh through the discomfort. Because these men, and it's sad because it's like, even when you're laughing through it, they still don't see or even feel the energy of, you're doing too much. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're doing too much. If I said no, or if I'm hesitating, like, obviously I'm not interested. Just because I'm laughing or smiling doesn't mean I'm interested in you. I could just really just enjoy the conversation and never have to see you again. You know, it doesn't always have to be, I like you, I want to do you, I want to be in a relationship with you. It's just, hey, we had a nice conversation about the trees, and now I'm ready to go home. Like, I don't have to extend anything else to you. Men, they be quick, fast, in a hurry to want to do you because you gave them a smile or a laugh. So anyway, my loves, here's my question for you. Do you think that Cameron was right to kick Adrian out? Or more importantly, how do you feel when you see situations like this play out? Have you been in a situation like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's just keep the conversation going, because I just want to hear from you. And if you have any tips for other women to handle situations like this, also drop it in the comment below. All right, my love. So I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Until next time, Rych Babes, stay rich. Love you.